Okay. Yeah, I should make more of this one probably. Okay. I should do for now. Oh, hello. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you walk up. You must be very stealthy. Very good on your feet. Welcome. Is there anything special that I can help you find, or are you just kind of looking around? What is this? Oh, this must be your first time here, huh? I actually, I kind of thought so. You looked a little lost and I didn't recognize you. Not every day that I don't recognize someone who walks in. Well, welcome to Namasera's very own Harmacy. What can I help you with today? A pharmacy? What do you mean? No, there's no farms here. No, I mean, there's farms outside of the city limits and everything, but we don't sell farming goods here. We specialize in things that harm you. Yeah. Well, okay. That's kind of a common misconception, all right? Not all poisons kill you, and not all poisons are bad. Some of them are actually incredibly useful. You would be surprised how many very valuable things come in a shop like this. Yeah, we specialize in poisons, repellents, minor curses, all of that good stuff. Here, let me show you what I mean, okay? I promise. It's not all bad and scary and really harmful. Some of it is very, very useful. Like this one. This one is a repellent, actually. This one works as a deterrent against acidic slug larvae. They are a big problem in the spring around here, especially in people's home gardens. So there are lots of people who come in and pick up a little bottle of this. See, it's just got a little shaker on the top, so you just kind of shake it around your garden. It helps to keep those little pesky larvae from growing and taking over your garden. I mean, I know generally as elves we like to respect all life, and that's great. That's still, definitely a thing. But there are some pests that, well, you don't want acidic larvae anywhere near your house because they can melt your house. I mean, anything acidic is just not really a good idea. So this little bottle here will save you a whole lot of trouble. Like I said, very, very valuable. Got a few other repellents too. One for moss goblins, things like that. It doesn't actually hurt the moss goblins. It just is made of things that they don't really like, and so they tend to stay away. Yeah, works pretty well, especially with a bit of magic worked in, obviously. And then there's some other stuff too. It's not all just repellents for little household pests, although that is important. But I've also got this one. This is a very popular one, especially with students. Inside here, this little dropper. It's just very simple looking clear liquid. Nothing too crazy about that. But if you take just a drop of this and put it on your tongue, it will make you very, very sick for about a day. Sometimes it's sort of a stomach bug, sometimes it's a fever. It kind of varies elf to elf, but you will be sick enough that you don't have to go to school or work or any other sort of responsibility that you're dreading for the day. You know, one little drop of this and you can get out of it. Say you have a big exam that you didn't have time to practice for, or maybe you have some magic spells that still need a little bit of perfecting, or maybe a professor is making you, you know, work cleaning out the stables or something like that. Anything like that, this little bottle here can get you out of it. Now, with this one, we do recommend that you only use it once per week, if that, but no more than once per week, because it can have some adverse side effects if you use it every single day. We actually had an employee here who did that one time, and it wasn't pleasant. So, once per week, or less, but no more than once per week. You can get out of something unpleasant free card. That one is very, very popular. Was that one interesting to you? That's nothing. Let me show you this next one. Now this one is it's actually something that you wouldn't want to take yourself probably, but say you have somebody who is just giving you a little bit of a hard time, you know, and you don't necessarily want something like awful and terrible to happen to them, but sometimes you just need to teach people a lesson a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Anyway, this one right here. All you have to do is take one little sip of this. Not very much at all, just a little bit. Just pour a little sip of this into someone's drink. And within a few hours, their skin will start to turn a different color. Now again, this is one that varies from elf to elf. Sometimes it's this nice, bright, hot pink. Sometimes it's sort of a musty kind of green. Usually, it's something that clashes horribly with an elf's aura. So like me, I have a nice, bright pink aura. So this would probably turn me some sort of pukey yellow or something like that. Ugh. You never know. It's always a color that is rather unpleasant, though. Now, it does only last for a short amount of time, usually about a half a day or something like that. So you do need to be a little bit strategic with it about when you do it and when you tell them that you can cure them. Yeah. It works best if you kind of threaten and then you slip it into their drink. And then once it happens and they start to freak out, then you say, oh, it's okay. You just, treat me better in the future or whatever it is that you want from them. And then you tell them that you have the antidote and you give it to them and tell them that it'll start to fade within a few hours. It'll start to fade within a few hours anyway. There's not an antidote. But it'll make you look rather powerful and hopefully make them think twice about messing with you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Anyway, so that's a rather interesting one. I do actually have another one that's kind of similar in the way that it just sort of messes with people a little bit. Yeah. This one I actually get from my friend Bruno. But we don't talk about Bruno. But this one is a very, very interesting potion. It lasts a little bit longer, about a full day, usually, depending on how much you give them. Again, I would suggest just one sip. But if you pour just a sip of this into someone's drink, then all of their words will come out jumbled. It's like they're talking complete gibberish without trying to. I mean, they'll think that they're speaking normally, but no one will be able to understand them. It is the most frustrating thing, let me tell you, to not be understood. Yeah. So anyway, this one is, personally, I think this one is a little bit worse of a fate than this one. Not only because it lasts longer, but also because, at least with this one, you still, you can still talk. This one, you will be hard-pressed to communicate anything. Yeah. So, that's a sort of an interesting one too, don't you think? Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. But if that's not really your speed, we do have quite a few other things here too. You know, we actually have one that this one is more for like if you have somebody that you need to keep an eye on, say someone that might be up to something suspicious, or someone that you might think is doing something to harm you in some way, and you need to follow them. This one right here. This lovely blue potion here. If someone drinks this, it will affect their aura in a way that no one else will be able to detect, except someone who is wearing these very special glasses. Now, I know they don't look like much. That's sort of the point. You know, you don't want to be all suspicious walking around wearing something really unusual. But if you wear these glasses and then someone drinks a little bit of this, then you will see their aura glow, actually. And then when they walk, their footsteps will leave a little bit of a glow on the ground as well, that only you'll be able to see with these glasses. That way you can follow somebody without raising too much suspicion. Very useful for those of my customers who might be in the espionage business or private investigators. People like that, they will love this one. Yeah. Quite useful, if you ask me. Also, I have this one elf that comes in. She's a bit of an older woman, and her mate loves to do these special extravagant things for her and plan these big surprises. And while she appreciates those surprises and the thought that goes into them, she actually hates being surprised. Absolutely hates it. So when he starts acting a little bit funny, she'll take some of this, put it into his morning drink, and then she can follow him around for the day, just to, you know, sort of see where he's going so that she's not completely caught off guard and surprised. You know, some people just don't like surprises. But that way, he still gets to put the effort in and still feel like he's doing these big grand gestures for her. And she gets to know ahead of time because that's important to her. Anyway, it's not my business what you do with these. Not at all. We don't judge here at the Harmacy. This is a judgment-free zone. But it is a very interesting and useful potion. Lots of different applications for it. Don't you think? Me too. Me too. Now, potions are not the only thing that we carry. We do carry quite a few potions and things like that, but sometimes it's not the most convenient to have to try to slip a potion into someone's drink, you know, just sort of depending on your relationship with them, if you don't like sit down to eat with them all that often, you know, things like that. Trying to get someone to drink a potion is a little bit difficult. So we do have some other options, some other forms of harm. Although this one, it doesn't actually really hurt the person. I mean, most of these, they really don't actually hurt. It's just sort of a nuisance, you know what I mean? But these are very, very popular as well. These are minor curse stones. So they've got a little symbol on them there, and they have been spelled to cause minor inconveniences to people for the duration of the spell. So basically, it's not going to, like I said, cause a lot of pain or anything like that. But the person might, they might stub their toe a little more, or they might knock over their inkwell, things like that. You know, just those sort of minor irritating inconveniences that can happen. And these actually last for about a week. So they're one of our longest lasting things in here. And it's rather inconspicuous to just slip a little stone into someone's bag, or even putting it just, you know, sort of under their bed. Something like that can, that'll make the effect work too. So these are very popular. Like I said, it is a week. It's only a week. It's not like permanent or anything like that. But trust me, it will be a pretty annoying week. Oh yeah. Now, the one downside to these is that you do have to be a little bit careful, because if they are discovered, if the person who is cursed finds the stone, then they stop working. And in some cases, depending on the elf, if they find it and they know what it is, they can actually reverse the stone and make the curse go on to you instead. Yeah, that's not the most pleasant. Now, it'll just work on you for the duration that it lasts. So, you know, if they find it 3 days into the week, then it'll only plague you for 4 days. But, you know, that's still 4 days of being pretty irritated about everything. It's not so great. But not every elf knows how to do that, how to reverse curse stones. So, you know, it just kind of depends. I guess it depends on what you know about the elf that you're cursing, you know. If you think that they probably don't know how to do that, then it's probably fine. But, you know, just in case. I just like to be honest with people, because, you know, we're dealing with things that cause harm, obviously. So it's just good to be upfront about everything. But even with that downside, these are very, very popular amongst my customers here at the Harmacy. Yes, people are a big fan of these. Anyway, so that's an option. And then, of course, if all else fails and you need something that's just a little bit stronger, we do have that too, okay? Don't you worry. Like this little guy right here. Don't let size fool you. This little potion right here is the most powerful one that I have in the entire store. This one will kill you. Oh, yeah. Just a tiny drop of this and it's all done. In fact, some people, even if you just get it on your skin a little bit, it's gonna make you real sick. It might kill you. It'll be a much slower death, you know, very, very painful. If you drink it, then it's pretty quick. If it gets on your skin, then it's gotta, you know, be absorbed and all of that, and it's gonna be pretty excruciating. So you definitely don't want to touch it. But you know, just in case. I don't know your life. Like I said, I don't judge. Also, before you purchase anything, we do need you to just sign a waiver, you know, just saying that we at the Harmacy are not liable for anything that you might do with anything that you purchase here, because it's not our fault. But anyway, this is a very powerful very fascinating little potion. So, I mean, of course, that's just sort of a sample of the things that we have here, but I don't know, does any of that sound interesting to you? Or is there anything else that I can, you know, kind of help you find? Or any of these that you'd like to take with you? You want to take them all? Great! That is so wonderful. It is so great to meet a fellow spirit who understands the value of poisons. Yeah. Really, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and these are all just so fascinating. Anyway, yeah, I would love to package all of these up for you, okay? Here, let's see. Actually, not sure that they'll all fit in my basket. It's been a while since I've had such a big order, but I'm happy that they're going to a good home. Of course. All right, here, let me get these in here for you. Here's the tracking potion, and that comes with the glasses of 2, of course. Wouldn't be very useful without that one. And the this one makes your words all gibberish for about a day. That's a good one. That is a good one, let me tell you. And then the let's see. Oh, this one changes people's skin. Yeah. Oh, it's rather fun. You know, some of these could also just be used as sort of pranks too. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be with malicious intent. You know, sometimes it's just funny. All right. Okay. And then this one, the acidic larvae repellent, slug larvae. Good choice. They will start coming around pretty soon, so it'll be a good thing to have this with you, let me tell you. You don't want to be caught without it, that's for sure. And then this one, the one that can make you sick for a day. Yeah, like I said, this one is very popular. Very, very popular. Oh, and did you want some minor curse stones too? Yeah, of course. How many would you like? Okay, sure. There you go. Try to pick out the small ones, you know, they're the easiest to slip somewhere and have them go unnoticed. Okay. There, that's a little one. Perfect. All right, just sort of tuck those in there for you. There we go. Oh, the little one too? Yeah, of course. I'm glad that you appreciate it. Absolutely. Now, like I said, when you're handling it, be really careful that you don't get any on your skin, okay? Because it is not pleasant. Best case scenario, you're going to get really sick. Worst case scenario, you know, so just be really, really, really careful with it, okay? Okay, perfect. I'll just tuck this one in here for you too. And then, let me get that waiver for you, okay? Yeah, here. Got a whole stack of them. Right here. Okay, here you go. Now, all that says is that we at the Harmacy are not liable for any of your actions. I mean, you know, we make the stuff and we sell it, but we're not responsible for you. You know what I'm saying? So you just go ahead and sign down there at the bottom. Oh, no. You're not leaving the shop with anything if you don't sign the waiver. It's just, you know, to protect us, just in case. I mean, I'm sure that you're totally fine, but you never know. We just gotta cover our bases, you know. Yeah. Okay, so you just sign right down there for me. Perfect. And that is magically binding, just so you know, obviously. Okay, good. I'm glad that you thought that. Okay, well, then here are all of your wonderful poisons, repellents, and curses. Yeah. It is so great to get to meet somebody who really understands the value of a good poison. You would be surprised how many people come in here and they're just a little uncomfortable with everything. I know, it's like, no, this is a judgment-free zone, and that goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Anyway, but very glad that these will be going to a good home. Okay? All right. Oh, yeah, yep, that'll be 50 diamonds for all of that. I know, it's a little bit expensive, but where else are you going to find stuff like this, right? Okay. Ah, lovely. Perfect. Just pop those in here really quick. There we are. Well, pleasure doing business with you. If you happen to have any other needs in the future for causing harm in any way, you come back and we'll help you out, okay? Okay. Well, have a lovely day and enjoy your harm.